826 is a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting students ages 6 to 18 with their creative and expository writing skills and to helping teachers inspire their students to write. Our services are structured around our belief that great leaps in learning can happen with one-on-one attention and that strong writing skills are fundamental to future success. With this in mind, we provide drop-in tutoring, field trips, after-school workshops, in-school tutoring, help for English language learners, and assistance with student publications. All our free programs are challenging and enjoyable and ultimately strengthen each student's power to express ideas effectively, creatively, confidently, and in his or her individual voice.
Now to the Greek sculpture gallery to do research for my stupid report on ancient superheroes.
826 started as a drop-in tutoring center in San Francisco where neighborhood kids could come to get help with their writing. It was a pretty simple idea, and we started with just a room, some tables and chairs, and a small group of tutors. But it grew pretty quickly because kids and parents and teachers wanted the help and the tutors emerged. San Francisco alone now has a roster of 1,100 tutors.
Kids need to have a quiet time with someone who can break things down for them, who has time to try something one way, and if that doesn't work, try something another way. If that doesn't work, try it again till it clicks for the kid.
Though we started out with drop-in tutoring being the focus, we found that after 6 p.m. our classroom was empty. So with the help of our tutors, we began evening workshops in hundreds of different subjects.
Some of them were so talented, and they were afraid to do it, they were reluctant to start, and when they got going, it was so dynamite to get to see a kid figure out that he's good at something that he's never seen himself be good at before.
We also offer field trips for full classes. Our most popular field trip is storytelling and bookmaking. The entire class works together with our tutors to create a story along with illustrations, and each student leaves with his or her own book. At the end of the session, the kids await the approval of their individualized stories by an elusive, hard-to-please publisher, including Mr. Blue in San Francisco, Ms. Mildew in Brooklyn, and Barnacle & Barnacle in LA. Once approved by the publisher, the kids can rejoice in their achievement. Did your middle school or high school have a student publication, a newspaper, or literary magazine? Well, lucky you. These are increasingly rare in public schools in our cities, so 826 tries to step in and give the students a voice. We dignify and honor their work by publishing dozens of student newspapers, magazines, and anthologies every year. 826 prides itself on the community of teachers and publishing professionals who volunteer their time to create world-class collections of student writings. Often we partner up with community leaders who sponsor our anthologies and bring a new level of legitimacy to the student work. Past book sponsors have included Amy Tan, Mayor Villaraigosa of Los Angeles, and this fellow.
Well, this is the debut of this book that we have here, The Rhythm of the Chain, and it's the first book that's been published here at 826 LA, and with Animo Inglewood being the school that has produced the 42 writers that put together this book.
There are thousands of students who might not be inclined to come to 826 for help, so our in-school programs send our legions of volunteer tutors into the public schools. Teachers can call us up, tell us they need 10 tutors on a given day, and we'll send them in. Teachers, many of whom have up to 200 students a day, can use the additional support in whatever way they see fit.
I think the other thing that 826 Valencia brings to our school is that is an adult presence and a range of different kinds of people and careers, actually. And when you have a group of volunteers who are professional journalists or professional writers, that perspective of the world is suddenly widened.
826 Valencia was founded in 2002 and is located behind the only independent pirate supply store in the Bay Area. This storefront, which was necessitated by local retail zoning, has turned out to be a surprising boon. The storefronts there and in New York, which houses the Brooklyn Superhero Supply Store, and Seattle, home of the Greenwood Space Travel Supply Store, actually raise a significant amount of money for the centers. Most importantly, these creative spaces function as a bridge between teachers and students in the community. Rather than the centers being cut off from the street from passers-by, we welcome the public in. This is how we meet a good percentage of our students, parents, tutors, and supporters.
Well, it wasn't my idea of coming, but my mom's. She thought because it was free, she'd think we could join in very easily.
We make it ridiculously easy to volunteer. Once a tutor is trained, any hours they can give make a difference. Maybe it's only 2 hours a month, but those 2 hours working shoulder to shoulder with a given student will make a world of difference. In some cases, we're working with students who have never had 2 solid hours of concentrated attention to their writing. Each 826 location is conceived, staffed, and nurtured by people from each respective city. In all cases, no matter where these centers are, the basic principles and dedication to young people remain the same. We may operate behind a store that sells Gravity by the pound, superhero capes, or pirate peg legs, but we're serious about student writing.
He has a nice inning with a play. Oh,